Hello fellow cine enthusiasts, my name is Christina and I am joined once again by
Kimi
for another Classic Movie Thursday, and today's movie that we will be reviewing is
Another Thin Man.
Yay! So we are, if you couldn't tell, for the past few weeks we've been reviewing the Thin Man series that started in 1934, and this one is the third in the series. The plot of this movie begins with Nick and Nora back in New York City. In the second one, they were in LA, now they're back in New York, and they had just wanted to spend some family time together. And if you didn't know, from the last Thin Man, Nick and Nora now have a baby, Nick Jr. They had planned to just have a nice family time in New York City and just relax in their hotel room, get away. And of course that never happens, because as soon as they get to the hotel, they barely have time to unpack before they are called away to Long Island.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Every
Thin Man movie, they always think they're getting away. They always think they're gonna have some time to themselves.
Like, wait, somebody else got murdered.
Yeah. So they get out to Long Island. Turns out Nora's father's friend and the person who deals with his finances, Nora had inherited all this stuff from her father after he died. That's why they have money, and this guy, he runs the business end of the business, and Nick and Nora just happily spend the money. So there's been some blackmailing going on, and the old guy is afraid that somebody is gonna murder him, and wow, big shock, he's murdered. And so is another guy played by Patrick Knowles, and I think my heart absolutely broke because I love Patrick Knowles, and I was so sad to see him get bumped off. And then, of course, Nick is on the case, even though he doesn't want to be. The police drag him in. The cop from the first one, I forget his name, shame on me, he is, since he's in New York, he's on the case, and Nick starts working with him to find out who's been the blackmailer, who's been the killer, and the killer, again, is someone that you really wouldn't expect. I wouldn't have expected it. And that's what kind of keeps the series going, is it's like, wow, okay, I didn't realize this.
Which is why I would keep watching them. I mean, none of them are going to be as good as the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still really like the second one, but it's always somebody you're not going to expect to be the killer.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, I mean, we can just sit here and go on about Nick and Nora. Again, from the last video, if you really hate us for saying that they're life goals, we'll say it one more time, they're life goals. And especially in this one, they're really, really funny. Nora is, as always, ridiculously wonderful.
Yeah.
She, when they get to the house, they're like, the old guy's like, I don't want you having any alcohol. And they're like, oh no,
this isn't gonna work.
So Nora is the sneak in this. She pulls the keys out of the old guy's pocket.
She does, that's right, she does. She pulls
and
the keys
Nick is like, ooh. He's
like, keeps you
smart.
around.
Yeah, he's like, this is why I love you. One of my absolute favorite scenes in this entire series, if you haven't seen the Thin Man movies, there's always a scene which Nick pushes Nora to stay home or something like that, but it's always Nora that gets the call for something, for another clue. So she's kind of one step ahead of Nick at this point.
Yeah.
So Nora goes to this club, and Nick goes there as well. He is sitting there just looking around and casing it, kind of as all these women, they get seated with him because he was alone. And he gets a letter from this one person, and he realizes that it's the name of somebody that he had dated before Nora. It was an old flame of his. Yeah, Nora hears about all the women that Nick used to date, and then she's like, oh, this is gonna be fun, and she uses their names. So that's a clue to him to head over to this table that's just surrounded by a group of men. And then he sees, obviously, it's Nora. She's busting his chops, and so he decides to get her back. And he goes, Mommy, you shouldn't be out of bed. You were under quarantine. And you should. And then she's like, I won't go back to quarantine, no matter what they say. And all the guys disperse, and it's just they play right along with each other, and just the perfect scene. Nora again was trying to do something that didn't work out, and somehow a fight broke out or something, and Nora had been dancing with this other guy, and the lights go back on, and it's Nick dancing with Nora instead of the guy, because like Nick punched the guy out, and the guy's like, oh, I don't know what happened, and they just walk away like no big deal.
Yeah.
I love that. That's why I keep watching, for little moments and scenes like that.
They always put like a cheeky moment in there. It's always adorable.
And they play it so well. I love Nora, how she like plays. She hears the names of all his ex-girlfriends, and just like she's like, oh, so she like completely messes with him. So the only beef that I have with the Thin Man movies, my only and only complaint about this entire series is their kid.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say the kid. I don't know why they felt the need to put a kid in it.
I don't think it was Dashiell Hammett's idea. It might not have been his idea. I think I read somewhere that they wanted to kill Nick and Nora after the second one and be done. And we wouldn't have known the other movies in the series anyway. Yeah. But I'm like just so devastated that they put the kid in, because it like you just
need the kid.
No, but it's actually, you'll see in the coming movies that we will be reviewing that as time goes on, these movies stretch from 34 to 47. Nora started adhering to women's roles in society at this time, and just completely destroyed. I'm not gonna say completely destroyed her, but it just...
They dumb her down.
Yeah, they dumb her down.
They dumb the character down, and I didn't like it either.
Nora's not a dumb woman. She does not start the series off as a dumb woman. And
she was always witty.
Yeah. And neither was Myrna Loy, and I'm actually surprised that she didn't, like...
I'm surprised she kept up with it.
Yeah.
Agreed to do it.
Yeah. I think the only reason she kept up with it was because of William Powell. She loved working with him. It gets on my nerves, you know, and it's really, really a shame, because you can see such a difference of Nora from the first one. Not so much the second one, not so much the third one, but as the movies go on, you'll see, as we review them, that Nora is adhering to women's roles in society at the time. Yeah. For now, for this movie and the first two, she's so wonderful, Nora. She's witty, she's always cracking Nick with something, and just being really adorable and very, very funny. And William Powell is, of course, absolutely, utterly charming.
Yes.
And I just love to see their love for each other, because it grows more in the movie. The more you get to know them, the more...
Yeah. That's the longer they've been friends, the more comfortable they are around each other.
Definitely. That was our review of Another Thin Man. If you enjoyed this review in any way, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below so we can further discuss this. And don't forget to subscribe for our future classic movie reviews and other movie reviews. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.